Hello. Welcome to Lori's Classroom Stories and Crochet.
Hi there, it's Lori, and I'm here with a classroom-related story. So if you've been watching my stuff lately, you know I've been tutoring. I've been tutoring a sixth grader. I've been tutoring somebody that's taking college stats. And I was a math teacher at the same school for over 20 years. I had other schools that I taught at as well, but at the same school for over 20 years. So one time I was at the DMV doing car registration. I think we had bought a car, so you had to go in person. And this was many years ago, at least 8 years ago, but probably 10 to 15 years ago. Anyway, at the DMV, and I hear somebody go, "Miss Mac." Okay, that was my previous last name, so it was definitely more than 8 years ago. Anyway, "Miss Mac, hey, maybe you can help me." "Yeah, I'm at the DMV. I pulled my number for a ticket." This student, who I never had in class, by the way, but he knew me because I had taught his sister. He wanted some math help for something. He was like taking a placement test for a job or something like that. It wasn't like regular math homework like for school. Yeah. So right then and there, waiting in the DMV, I tutored somebody. So this is just what I do. So yeah, for real. I'm also going to be doing a math lesson about pi. I'm going to be doing a math calculation that's kind of fun and crochet related for Wow Designs Crochet. I think that's the whole name. But Mary, anyway, she's in Australia. She's in Melbourne. I can't pronounce it the way they do. Melbourne, Australia. Anyway, I'm here today to say I finally tackled it. This is the Tackle It from Another Yarn. So grateful that she put this out to all of us to, hey, give this a whirl. Try to tackle stuff that you've been putting off. Let me tell you the saga of this thing that is actually finally completed as my Tackle It. It's so cute. It started as a sleeping bear, and they said they were either doing animals or sports. It's a very cute baby blanket. Started as a sleeping bear, but I had messed with the graph instead of just using the graph that the designer provided. It would be a sleeping bear had I done that. Anyway, so in the middle of the live once, I redesigned it and came up with this. So this, when I say designed, I did it on Stitch Fiddle. And I actually plotted everything in. Today, when I was like just finishing weaving in ends, I discovered there's a mistake right here. Now, I'm clearly not, there should be an orange box right there. That's why it looks weird. There should be an orange box right there. I'm not pulling the whole thing out to get to that point. That would be pulling out about that much of the blanket. That's not happening. So I'm going to show you what I do when this happens, because guess what? I had done it on the football too, but the football I already fixed, so I can't record that. So there was, I can feel them because they feel different. These two boxes. So I missed it in one row, and then that made me miss it in the next row. Now I'm looking. I'm wondering if I need to do one more. Nope, it's right. It's right. So I'm going to show you what the heck do you do in a corner to corner with color work when you missed a box. Frogging it is not an option because I'm way too far. So we're going to fix this right here. So I'm going to stop this recording, and then we'll go to a hands recording so you can actually see what I'm doing. You'll see my hand in a moment. Different types. So it turns out I have two different types of mistakes here. One, I missed a box right there. So I'll show a different fix for that. And this one is like what I did on the football. I used the wrong color. So this should be orange. So I'm going to show you that one first. So we grab our yarn needle. Just to clarify, that was not my yarn needle. My yarn needle is not that loud. And then I just kind of pick a spot to go in. I'll just go under there. And I'm going to pull, I don't know, how much ever yarn I think I might need plus a little bit. So I just picked that spot. And then I'm going to go down here where it should be meeting that black. And I'm going to go up under. I'm going to come around there. So I'm going underneath on the back side. So both sides will look approximately the same. This is the front side because I care more about how the front side looks, especially because I am going to be adding name and birth date to this. But I didn't want to do that until this was recorded. All right. So I'm just going around and trying to fill in that spot. Go like this. Let's see if that pulls that over the top. And I've never seen anybody do this. This is because if I miss a mistake, I don't like to pull out my yarn. That's why I do it this way. And I've never had to do this particular thing. I've had to do the one I'm going to show you on the missing square. But this, I had to do with the football. Try to stay on screen here. Like I said, that's just because I don't know how much yarn I'm going to need. And go back under. I'm going to come out in a little bit different spot because we want to pull it over a little bit. There we go. All right. So yes, now right now, it doesn't look like the other stitches, right? So I'll show you what I do about that too. Because again, I made this up myself as far as I know. I don't believe I've seen anybody do this. This is wow, I made a mistake a really long time ago. Too long ago to even consider frogging it. I'm going to move my yarn over to that side. All right, and I've got to cover all of this white, so it's not going to be that easy. Well, that's fine. It's fine that I kind of caught that. I'm going to reposition it. Okay, I'm going to have to come down in this corner. Go through that spot right there. Then I'll come around it through the hole. Again, that's to kind of pull it together. I'll take care of that kind of gap. And like I said, I'll do something to make that all look the same. So this tacklet has also become how do I fix my mistakes without frogging it? Now, is it going to look a little different? Yes. Could I submit this to a county fair? Oh my gosh, no. For so very many reasons. Like right there, I see a tail sticking out. I'll take care of that in a minute. But anyway, so this is, if you're just doing it for yourself, or even if it was a commission, I might have to consider frogging it, but it's not for commission. This is a gift. All right, now I've got most of that square covered. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to weave my needle up and over and under those spots. I'm not going to pull too tight because then it's going to give it some texture. So I'm going to come under this other one and we're going to alternate what we did before. So it kind of is like weaving. Come over to that one. All right. And you can see that gives it just a little bit of texture. So it starts to look more like these. This one, where I missed a square, this one will get fixed in a way that is double crochet. So that one won't be as problematic. Okay, so that's over, under, over, under, over, under. Okay. And it's not like, again, it's a gift, so that's fine. I just want it to look a little better than it would if I didn't do this fix. I did not, I was very upset last night when I figured out that I had made this mistake. I was like, I'm too tired to fix it tonight. So, and instead, we'll make it part of what do I do when I mess up? All right, so I'm pretty happy with how that looks. If you're not a crocheter, you probably wouldn't see the difference there. All right, so I'm going to come back out where I came in. I'm going to tie that together. I know nodding is naughty, but that's what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to just do tails. Now, I'm not going to weave in the tails on camera. I can kind of just make the tails so that I can sew some of the holes together. But I've kind of already done that with the tails in this area. So this is driving me crazy. Sorry, cutting off that tail. So I'm not going to leave long tails, just enough that I can get them hidden in there. All right. So that's that fix. That's oops, I did the wrong color there. And like I said, on the football, I had 2 of them. I did count. This is correct. Where are they? Right here. These 2. Now, am I on the back side? I am on the back side. Let's check the front side and make sure it looks okay. Darn it, I thought I was on the front side. No, I'm going to have to go in and weave. There's some little random tails. Okay, oopsies. I wasn't paying attention. So see the front side. You can't see any, the front side you can't see any white. But that weaving is not there. So I'm going to pull this little piece that I had just cut off because I hate wasting my yarn. This would have been in the scrap bag for stuffing amigurumi. But, well, you know what I could do? Hold on. Yeah, maybe I'll be more creative. Let me use these tails one at a time. I'm going to kind of weave across. And what I'll do opposite directions with each little tail that I left. And we'll just move my hand a little bit. I'm just holding the work down because it kind of helps. Placement. I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to bring that one. Bring it under. So it's not like hanging across there. Come out there. Come out there, actually. And I'm going to weave this back the other direction. This is the other part of my tail. All right. So this was a double mess up. I did I make it look right on the wrong side of it. Oh, I should do this one again, huh? Bring that back over, then No, I'm going to do that one. I don't know. Like I said, making it up. I've never seen this. I've never seen anyone do this. And there's my phone's contribution to the conversation. I've never seen anyone do this. That's what she said. Okay. That's looking better. I pulled it a little tight. All right. Yeah, that's definitely looking better. Look at how it almost looks like double crochets. Almost. So close, but not, just not quite. But it looks, I don't think to somebody that's a non-crocheter, you would ever notice that. Like I said, this isn't all the way done because, I mean, it is done. The blanket's done. So I'm going to embroider the name on. But again, I'm definitely not doing that on camera. Okay. That looks pretty good. I'm happy with that. So these are already knotted together. So I'm just going to put this through underneath. Come out there. And then I'm going to knot those. I'm going to push them to the back, and then I will do two. Again, I know it's naughty to knot, but that is what's working best for me. All right. I'm going to leave it for now. Okay, this one. This is a whole different problem. See, get it whole? I entirely missed this block. So I'm going to use my crochet hook instead and not a scrap. The crochet hook I was using on this blanket was this. It is important. I actually use this hook to pull that to the back, and then I'll take care of that later. When I go do the embroidery, I'll take care of that. Okay. All right. That loose. All right, where's my yarn? There it is. I'm center pulling at the moment. Okay. So I have to be a little bit creative with this. I am going to join in the way I would normally join here. Join right in this corner. As a general rule, what I always joke is just don't be like Lori. That's me. I make mistakes. But if you make mistakes, here's what you can do. Okay, so I just did a chain two. I'm going to come in the back loop here and get underneath that black. And then that way it'll be easier to cover. So I'm going to kind of make it like it's a normal. That's that part of the tail I didn't catch. Okay. I'm going to come back down and go right here into one of these stitches, wherever I can find. And I'm going to do a double crochet. And then I'll have to attach to this back loop again. I'm definitely not going to say it's easy. And then I'm slip stitching up there so that it's attached. All right. That is too far over. Pull that out. All right, I'm going to go back to the chain two. I'm actually going to do another chain. No, that's a mess. I just made a big mess. All right, so we're going to just do this. I didn't like the positioning, so that's why I'm coming back. I'll actually go in for this white one right here. Or it's actually mint, but it probably looks white. All right. And then come down. Yeah, I'm not totally sure what happened here, but I know visually it looks like I missed a box. So that's what we're going to pretend it was. I'm going that back loop of that. Oh, I got 2 loops there. Go into that loop there again after doing my double crochet. So then I'm going to do another double crochet right into that spot. And US terms open. Okay. And I need to attach to the back loop of the black. So we start to move it kind of to the side a little bit. No. Yes. Yarn over, come into one of these stitches. Double crochet. Come into that loop again where I just was. All right. And then I'm slip stitching. Okay, how is that looking? That's enough stitches. That actually looks like one too many stitches. It doesn't quite look exactly right, does it? Okay, let me try this. All right. I definitely want to attach there. I know that's where I want to attach. Oh, maybe I want to go over. Maybe that way. Push that kind of odd look underneath. Well, we'll see. We'll play with it and see. Double crochet. Oh, you know what it is? These double crochets should be going this way, right? Or do I just need to? Okay, never mind. So it's not so much that I missed a block there. It just, this white is showing in a way, and I kind of need to just attach them. Okay, so this is easier. I thought I missed a block, but now I'm looking at the directions, and I definitely didn't miss a block. Okay, cutting that. I see the little fuzzies. It really annoys me. My little snips would be better for this, but that's right. See, I just made it fuzzier. All right. So instead of doing what I was doing, and that's why it looked wonky, I'm going to come in here, double loop. I'm going to just attach this here, and then come back down, and I'm sort of basically cinching down this box. I'm reconnecting it to the black box. So I'm just going in that back loop and slip stitching, and then underneath it, slip stitching. Let's see how that looks. Okay, so I'm going to kind of hide that with the tail. That is, I think, as far as I'm going to go, because that cinched it up, right? Now I still need to cover that white a little bit. So what I'm going to do is cut a long tail, and use my yarn needle again, which, all right. So, let me pull this through that to kind of cinch that down. Again, I'm doing all the knotty knots. All right. So I'm going to come underneath here. I'm just going to kind of hide that white the way I replace the color of that block. Just going to kind of come around. Just going to hide that a little bit. Deal with that tail. I'm not going to worry about the back and forth. I'm just hiding that white spot. And I kind of just do it however it looks right to me. Because again, it's not for competition. It's not for a commission. This is a gift. So it's been a learning experience for me too. All right, so just kind of playing with where I want, how I want that to look. I don't like that looks like a big knot. I'm going to pull through there and kind of pull it down under. That's something I do also. Now it's not sticking up as much. All right, I'm going to come back through and go kind of under all those stitches. I know I'm down lower than I would be for fixing this, but I just kind of want to make sure this doesn't look just totally atrocious. So I'm having to do some things to kind of make up for that it doesn't look quite right. All right. that looks better. Now we've got this black corner isn't sticking out like it was, and it's all taken care of. If you hear my voice is raspy, yes, it is. I think I'm having really bad allergies today. So, but I don't know if that was helpful to any of you all, but that is what I do to fix mistakes when frogging is just not an option. Because that's too much to frog. I'm going to actually tie that across there. Yeah. Pull that in even tighter. No, I don't like that. So that's another thing I do a lot of. I like look at, okay, how does it look? I didn't like the way that looked. Oh, here's another little tip or trick. I don't know how many of you do this. You probably, a lot of the folks that watch me do this. You put the needle through when it's really too short. And you put it through the yarn through the eye. Hopefully this is all on screen, yes. And then you pull it through, and then it's under there. And then I can just cut this little bit. It is already tied in there. I'm not worried about that. So that one didn't have to be woven back and forth. But now that little short tail is gone. I think I need maybe one more stitch here. I'm going to kind of go in that one and then go down underneath. See if that made things better or worse. I'm going to come under it so that it pulls it out. Okay. Yes, much happier with how that looks. I really was unhappy with how that looked. All right. So I'm going to grab that again. I'm going to pull it to the back, going through the hole that's right there. And then I will weave that end in the back. All right, so big improvement in my brain anyway. I was not thrilled with how that looked. I saw that block was the wrong color. I thought this was a missing block, but it was more that for some reason it wasn't like cinched down and too much white was showing there. So the basketball is looking significantly better. And they look like they match on both sides now versus what it looked like before. I'm not going to worry about perfection. Elaine from Penguin Place Crafts put a comment on my live from last night that it was the Irish folklore is that you don't want your soul trapped in your work. So you don't want a part of your soul trapped in your work, so you leave an intentional error. Well, I don't know how many of my errors are intentional, but I certainly have errors in there. So my soul is not trapped in this. Anyway, I appreciated that she looked that up for me and put it on the comment. I did make it a pinned comment on that live from Tuesday night. So thank you for stopping by, and hopefully all of that was helpful. I was trying to get it to focus. Oh my gosh, it looks so much better. This spot was really bothering me. But yes, I'll get a picture of the whole thing, and then we'll go from there.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. See you next time.